Hi, thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Monty. Today I'm fishing in downtown Sparks at Rock Park. I'm at the Truckee River and it looks lower than I've ever seen it down here. But I'll just have to figure something out. I got my barbless jigs. I got some flies and bobbers if it comes down to it. Because I'm here to make a stand again, just like last week. I did really good fishing for Patreon on Monday. Got enough big rainbows to feed me for a week in 2 hours. And then I went back to Emerald Bay yesterday. Second week in a row. Got skunked the second week in a row. And I'll talk about my new views on Emerald Bay the next time I fish Lake Tahoe. And I'm going to be fishing in the main lake next time. I came here because it's close to home and I burned a lot of gas yesterday and I can't afford to go driving. I wanted to go to the West Walker River today, but it's just too far and I couldn't afford it this week. But we're going to go again soon. So I'm going to come and I'm going to fish upstream from Rock Park, downstream from Rock Park, and I'm going to see if I can't put something together. I'm making another stand. I didn't get shut out for Patreon, but I don't want to get shut out for YouTube. This is going to be it. It's all in. And I'm going to fish. It's about 9 in the morning. And I'm going to fish as long as I have to because I do not want to get shut out. So let's go. Whenever a river is up or it's down and the flow changes, it always creates challenges, but it also creates new opportunities. And I'm going to hopefully be able to capitalize on some of these differences. I've never seen the river this low. And hopefully I can pick up something big because there's big fish here. I hooked 3 real nice fish the last time I fished from Patreon. The big brown I got up there, you can see it in my highlight clip number 16. I'm including Patreon fish in my highlight clips because it's all Wilderness with Amani. So if you don't subscribe, you can at least see some of the fish. But this is going to be a challenge today. This water's swirling around, so I'm trying to hit different angles. So the first time I fished here, I was standing on these rocks. I hooked a big fish right above this pool. I decided my best play was to let it swim down and fight it down here. And now that the water's low, I can see the giant boulders that fish got me snagged on and beat me. And there's a ledge right here. And these 2 big boulders. And that's where that fish got me because when it swam down in there, it just snagged me and I was just done. So now I know. Actually a pretty good scouting mission for me because I'm able to see what a lot of the bottom structure looks like so that when the water's rushing more, I can get a better idea of what I'm fishing. So hopefully I can get something, but at the very least, I'm seeing some stuff that might help me in the future. This river is crazy low down here. But I'm not quitting right away, so let's be patient. There's a spot up here. Like all of this is usually pretty good fishable water. It is just, there's just nothing. So I'm gonna go up here. There's a couple of opportunities up here where when the water's really flowing hard, it's tough to fish because I can't get my jig to stay where it needs to stay long enough, which is only a couple seconds. But when it's flowing so much, you're blown out of position so quick. So I'm gonna head up there and try to capitalize on that. This section of river I'm in, just above Rock Park, The best water to fish is the other side. This water is just really shallow. And I don't know if I can legally go over there, but I might go check it out right now and see. So I could walk across this Greg Street Bridge, and if I can go down there and there's no trespassing signs, that could be something I can do. Well, I hiked around to the other side of the bridge and I don't see any no trespassing signs. I see people are living over here. I don't want to get in on any of that, but I'm definitely willing to come over here and see if I can get something in that deep section I pointed out. God, now that I see over here, now with the water low, this is a really good area if I can get over here when the water's back up. And I just saw a really big brown try to get my jig. And there's this big boulder habitat over here, and this is where you find big browns, man. And I just saw one that was about 18 to 20 inches swim right up and try to grab it, and he missed it. Or he struck short, I'm not sure. See if he gives it another shot, I doubt it. Usually you get one try. He hit it and I missed him. He hit it, I saw him flash. I went deep and slow. Darn it. Got one going. I ran my jig. There's some deep boulders out there. And this is the same place. This isn't the big one I saw, but it's a good fish. Oh, get him out of there. Get him out of there. Oh, there's twigs. There's twigs. That's a good brown. And I'll show you what I was doing, whether I get this guy or not. I can see the jig. I barely got him. Here we go. Got him. Got him. Big brown, baby. I had to really do some adjustments here, but look at the jig, barely in his mouth. I'm gonna let him sit and recoup. Oh man, that jig was barely there. I barely got this fish. Let me let him recoup, get my hands wet, and I'll show him to you. But I'm gonna look at the colors on that. That is a fall brown, boy. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. Look at that brown. That is a big brown, baby. Look at that thing. Let's get him back in the water. There he goes, back down to his lair. Pulled him up off the bottom there. Let me get resituated and I'll show you what I was doing. So I'm targeting, there's deep water here, but there's a line of boulders out there, and that's where I saw that first fish come up out of. It's a deep section right on the other side of these boulders. So that makes it kind of difficult to fish. So what I'm doing is I'm fishing cross current to diagonally downstream, and then I'm bringing it in. So what I'm doing is I'm throwing it well beyond the boulder so I don't get snagged, and then I'm barely popping it along the bottom. There we go. There we go. No, that's a stick. That's a stick. I thought I had another one in that deep trench. So let me go back to my demonstration before I overreact again. So I'm gonna move down here a little bit. I wanna reposition, fish another section of these boulders, because a spot like this can hold several fish. So what I'm doing is casting beyond the boulders. I'm letting my jig sink deep, and I'm barely popping it up and down along the bottom. And I pulled that fish, and you saw how I pulled the stick up. That's how deep I'm fishing. Because these fish a lot of times aren't gonna come up in this slow water to get it because they'll see it too much. I need to run it right past their face. And it's just, fishing like this just takes a lot of practice. It's one of those things that just takes a lot of practice. And if you watch my channel, you know I fish quite a bit. I'm in a tough spot. I want to leave. I just found this expensive phone on the ground. And I saw a couple people on bikes and a couple people on these powered things. and I don't want to just leave it because there's a lot of homeless people around here and someone will sell this thing or break it or something. So I guess I gotta hang out for a second and see if I see him come back. I don't know what else to do. All right, I guess I'll fish for like a half an hour and then I will turn it into the police, I guess. Crap. Well, that's gonna do it, and I backed myself into a corner being skunked for YouTube for the week, and I was able to bail myself out in the river again. And you know, if I'm fighting off a skunk, I don't want to sit and wait for fish to come. I need to get on a river and I need to attack, attack, attack. And I got that big brown in the first half hour. So it's all good. I'm satisfied. I hope you guys enjoyed that brown. And it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving and you feast with your friends and family. Me, I'm working, but I get off at 4 and I'm excited because I haven't watched a single snap of football this year because I work a 10 to 12 hour shift on Sundays and then I'm fishing and editing every Monday. So tomorrow night's gonna be wall to wall, late game, watching the kickoff till the completion, and I'm gonna eat an entire pumpkin pie like a starving animal, probably using my hands quite a bit, and it's gonna be a good time. That's gonna be my big feast. And I'm just thankful for all of my loyal YouTube fans, and I'm thankful for my Patreon subscribers that give me that little extra revenue through their subscription so I can keep this whole thing going. I hope you enjoyed this day before Thanksgiving out in the Truckee in downtown Sparks. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.